Hello, boys and girls. Let me see here. Hello. Hellos. So I just thought I would go live for a short while. Because I'm working on something on the game, of course, and there's also some challenges that we can go through, maybe. But I'm fixing a particular bug right now with the throwing UI. So I thought I could show that off. And Amnesty is here from the beginning. That's a first, or close to. But anyway, I think I have moved my camera a little. Am I centered here? Yeah, okay. Maybe it's fine. Oh, too much. Oh wait, that's better. Okay, why is it now super laggy? What? Technical issues. Isn't it kind of laggy now? No. Anyway. Hey, Pyroluca. Anyway, what I'm doing first here is I'm putting on some other music. This is too crazy. More lo-fi, as we used to have it. So what I'm doing first here, I'm gonna show you basically how you can export a the thing is that Keltusar have a problem where he so we will start with some okay, now it's more fluent. Okay, something with the camera. Anyway, Keltusar have the problem that he found a model somewhere for he's doing these lanterns or whatever it's called that's flying up in the air when you ignite them. Not really fireworks, but kind of a similar thing or whatever. But he have the problem that the model he found contains like 900 models. So. And he's not too fancy in Blender, neither am I, but I hope I can export it. And now that I think of it, I got a new machine, so I don't have my settings that I used to have in Blender. So I might be challenged a little, but anyway, let's try it out and see what happens. So first of all, I will install Blender here, and how do I do that? Press the button. Where is it? God damn it. So let's install Blender first, and then let's open up the thing that he sent me here. Okay, so it's here in download, so that's perfect. Anyway, boom. And let's see. So it's downloading. Hello, how's everybody? Pyroluca, Amnesty, Darkhouse, I'm so bad at names. Keltusar, of course, Thermomax, Ivan, Coda. Are you familiar with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? Fireworks Sequencer Editor? Funny enough, actually, I have Roller Coaster 3 right here. But I don't really play it. It's because my wife is playing Roller Coaster 2. Roller Coaster 3 is too 3D and too confusing, she thinks. So she's more kind of old school. But so she's playing Roller Coaster 2 actually. So I haven't, but I have heard somebody talk about some fireworks sequencer in either Roller Coaster 3 or some other roller coaster. What is it called? The other one? Coaster, yeah, something. Yeah, open RTC2, yeah, exactly. So you have the original game and then you install this thing on top of it, and then somebody on GitHub extended and kept working on the game even though the game is like 25 years old or something like that. Planet Coaster, yeah, that's the other one. Anyway, let's try and open Blender and let's see what's going on here. Okay, so let's just assume this is all good. Yes. And I might have to go back and find one of my own videos to see how I need to set this up. But anyway, let's try something first. So let's try, and again, this is not a tutorial, this is just a live stream, so it's not like... But now I'm showing you Kel'Thuzar so you know how to do it, and others too, if I succeed. But anyway, let's import first the FBX that Kel'Thuzar sent me. And it's in here and in here. So let's start out by just taking that one in. And let's see what's happening. I wasn't prepared for this. As you can see, I just installed Blender, so I was not at all prepared for this. And as you can see, nothing happened. Import FBX. Let's open it up again. Okay. It says something there. Okay, here. Can I support it? NSFPS files are not supported. Let me try and Google that first. Blender and FBX not supported. Let me take it over here so you can better see what's going on. Quick fix for the... So currently this is a Blender tutorial or stream. I can send you the OBJ. Yeah, try that. Let's see if there's an easy solution here. No, this is some converter thingy. I don't want to do that. Too complicated for me. Or I could do something... I can maybe do something else actually, without Blender. Let me just try something quickly here. Let me go into the game here and in art and models. I'm not actually gonna take this into the game, but it's just a way to get something out of this. Let's see here. I have a script, a plugin called FBX Export, I think. It's a free one. I considered saying it to you yesterday, Kel'Thuzar, but then I was like, maybe it's too complicated. And I'm not even sure it works. So here you can see I have this one. So let me drag it in here. Let's take a look here. Oh my god. Okay. So there's a lot in here. Okay. But so you just need one of them, Kel'Thuzar, right? It doesn't matter which one. Yeah, one is fine. Okay, so let's just pick one of them, the first one here. And then I will center it and stuff like that in Blender later on. I think I can do something like this. Let me check. Okay. So I think I can export this to an FBX. Export format ASCII, that's what it didn't like. So we take it binary. I think I used to do that too because it's faster and smaller. And now I'm in doubt where it put it. Okay, so it's out in the assets folder, so it's all the way out here. Okay, so it's here. Okay, that's fine. So let's try and see here. I'm really I wasn't prepared for this. Let me put it that way. So now you see how things are actually done when I'm not prepared, which I'm rarely. I'm not actually prepared for any live streams almost. But anyway, so now I delete it in here because I don't want to have it in the game. I'm also going to delete it here. And I'm going to delete it from, was it models? In here. Boom. And I'm just going to check up. I only took it in there. I don't know if you saw that, but I only took it in there to use my export FBX plugin. and to get it out in another way so I could get it into Blender, hopefully. And there's no new files in here other than the one I'm working on. We get back to that later on. So now we can go back into Blender and we can say import FBX and downloads, and here we have it. And let's see. Toy, is that really the name? And let's delete this cube, the default cube, and camera and light. We don't care about that. And then I think, is it something like, oh, I can't remember all these commands. Wasn't it dot or 0? F. Oh, what is the shortcut for, you know, focus on this one? Toy was he item name? Or is the guy who made it? Let's call it lantern. Is it like that? Is this how lantern? But it's not that important actually, because it's yeah, but it on my keyboard that's not on a Danish keyboard. Is it common? No. Ugh, what is it? Forgot all the shortcuts. Okay, I'm very rusty. I think it's... okay, let's see. So we take this one and as view, can we viewport? No. Navigation, no. Align view to, whoops. Align view, come on. Align view to active. No, that's not it. I want it to be kind of the center thing. What is it? The one above the numpad. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's not how it usually am for me. But anyway, this is not correct at all. What is this? Flame? Is it because it's... okay. No? What the fuck? It's like it's going through it? Scene? Okay. Whoops. Okay. I don't think this is how I used to do it. Okay, that slash you said as that's it. Okay, it focus on that specific thing. Because as you can see here, it's different parts. I think actually it's Shift C. I think that's the one doing what I want. But anyway, okay. So, okay. Can you try to make it a bit transparent? But the transparency, that's the material and shader that you choose in Unity that makes it that. I think, again, I'm not a Blender expert, but what I can do is that you can see it has, for instance, it have two of these for some reason. But anyway, I'm gonna combine. So you can see here. So this is, I don't see why it's made like this. Maybe it's because he's, sometimes I've also done something like this where you have two of the same models in here, and the reason for that is then you can have one with one material and the other one with another material, and then you can switch them around, maybe so like it's one of them is when it's lit and one of them is when it's not. But I think it's too crazy for your sample. But anyway, I'm trying to delete this one. It looks a little weird, I must say. Flame. Okay, the flame. Do you need the okay? Do you need the flame? Yeah, it's how it makes different colors. Yeah, okay. But you can also see there's actually 2 here of these also. What is that? So that's the flame. This is the base. Support. Yeah, okay. For what you're doing, Kel'Thuzar is not the best model. But let's just try and leave it with this. I think it could be made pretty simpler. But one thing I will do is that I will combine all of these, join them into one. I thought I would, but okay. So I need to unparent these first. How is it that we do that? Move parent, clear parent, boom, like that. And then it goes, okay, we need to, yeah. The thing is, I want to, right now it's 5 different models, and that's not that good, because then it needs to render, it takes 5 to render, I think. Making earplugs. That's an interesting detail. It could be earplugs, but I wouldn't put a fire in that. I'm actually not... welcome, Rob. Good to have you here. Right now, I'm actually doing support for Kel'Thuzar and trying to show him how to export a single piece of these lanterns from a model he found, where there was 900 in one model. He only needs 1. So, but you're right, it could be kind of an earplug. So I'm trying to show my awesome skills here as a blender, because, you know, views, subscribers, likes, so I'm doing Blender. Well, not really. I'm just trying to see if I can make work. I don't think I'm too convincing in my Blender skills here. But anyway, what I do know is you can see there's 5 things now. I want them to be combined to 1, because then it's better or easier for Unity to render it. So to do that, I have to unparent these and keep transforms. So like that. And then I can take everything and I can then join it. So it becomes, I couldn't apparently. Why is one of them keep? What is this scene? What is it called scene? I need to refresh. Okay, there is something here too. Not easy. Parent, Alt P, like that. So no, there's no children here. We take these, we can join them. Thank you. And then we can call it lantern, a model or something like that. And we can call the collection lantern. That will make sense in a moment why we do that. And I don't know what to call this other than lantern model. It's the, yeah, you can see it when you expand it in, and then you can see it have 5 different materials. We don't want that either. So now I'm a little challenged again. I think I can just do, because I don't care, so I just remove a lot of them. And how do I rename this? Default, like that. And then that's not it. Then I can base here. I can say image texture. I assume you're using some kind of image texture. That's the next problem. How was it textured, Kel'Thuzar? Yeah, Rob. Well, I got a new. I've moved the last couple of months, so I haven't been doing much. But the last couple of weeks, I've been working back on the game. Really nice to be back. Some challenges with something, but we get back to that later. And then I realized my computer was getting too much of a bottleneck, so I also got a new machine here, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. That's super nice. Monster Beast, silent. A cutie of all kinds, but you know, I also, to start clean, I didn't carry over a lot of stuff. I only carried over like recordings and project files, and I didn't even do that because I got that from GitHub. But anyway, I didn't carry over a lot. So I'm reinstalling everything and setting up everything from scratch because that's just nice sometimes. So that's why I'm also relearning it, because I haven't used it for a while, and the export that I used to have is gone now. So I have to figure out how to export correctly to Unity, but we'll take that in a moment. But yeah, relearning Blender, haven't used it for many months, and it's not my, real domain. Make a firework counter, count how much fire you have lighted. I actually have thought about that, making a counter for that, but I haven't done it yet. Just white because I could get the texture. But okay, the texturing and all that, we can do that later on. That's not so important. So now we just have one material. Basically just a material preview. So it looks like this, which is not so good. What can I do? I could maybe... No, I'll just make it... what was it before? Was it just a color? I can't even remember now. No, I just leave it at this. This just means that there is no image on this texture. But you can put in a texture and a material in Unity when we get to that. So now it's combined to one model, which is better. We still have for a low poly game, I think we have an issue here. But anyway, this is just for mod. It's not, just to be clear, this is not for the game. I'm just helping out Kel'Thuzar doing this. So I thought, why not start the live stream by doing that? So it's for his mod. So it's not for the game. But this is too crazy for a low poly game, if you ask me. Anyway, so now we just need to... I think we need to... I need to move it up a bit, so it's like centered there, and then... No, we can... No, I actually think we'll just take it down here. And then we take it from there, that's fine. Okay, then we do another trick that I have in one of my mod creation videos, which is not that. Control A, and then we say all transforms. This will reset. We have to say, first we have to say set origin, which is the center, and we just do it the center of the mass. So meaning that the center of this object is in the center of the model. And then we do the all transforms, as I recall. I can't remember if you need to do one or the other first. But anyway, so now I select the collection up here, and then we go to the export and FBX, and then we gonna export here. So we call it, this is the easy one, we call it Kel'Thuzar. Is it with C? Oh, it's with S. Oops. Kel'Thuzar. Okay, come on. Lantern. And now the problem arises, because I have to... I used to have this preset up here. So what we want to mesh, and we want to export the mesh, and not selected object. There used to be a active collection. We want to export the active collection, meaning this is the collection. So we will basically export this model. Fine. And then we scale 1, that's fine. And then we apply transforms, as I remember. We will see in a moment if it makes sense, or if it animations. We don't need animations. I'm not sure this is the correct setup, but let's try. So I'll export it. Maybe I should just export it directly into the game, because then it's easier for us to see. So it's a GitHub. Again, it's not actually going in the game, but just for showing it off, it's much easier if I just take it in here into the models and then we export it, because then we can go directly into Unity and into art and models. Guanaco, or I can't say your name. I hate these names. Guanaco 0403. Yes, I'm helping out Keltasar. Why not do a live stream where you help the community make mods? But I actually I am working on some stuff in the game, and we get back to that again in a moment. But the thing I'm working on right now in the game, or the bug I'm fixing, that was actually Keltasar 2 reporting that. But anyway, let's see here. So now we have our little lantern, and we can drag it in here, and we can go up here, and we cannot see it. Oh, it's just very small. This is a very, very small lantern. Oh, I can't even get to it. So this is very tiny. Very, very small. So what the amateur would do is to go in here, and I'm teasing, of course, but what you could do is you could go in here and you could just scale it up. Boom. Okay, we also have some back-facing issues here. But anyway, we'll take that in a moment. But this is not good because, well, it can be okay. But now that we know it just gets imported too small, it's much better to actually go in here in the 3D application and then hit S to scale, and then, whoops, and then just scale it up. If I could remember. So now I made it bigger, and then I go in again, Control A, and say all transforms. That makes it that it's no longer actually, at least again, take it with a grain of salt because I'm not Blender expert, but how I understand it is, right before when you saw me scale it up, I scaled it up so it was saved like, okay, this model is now scaled to, let's say, 4 times its size. But going in and doing this Control A, all transforms, as I understand it, makes that new size be the 1.0 size. So that's now the default size. So that also means when I go in here, I select the that's very important. I select the collection over here, because in the exporter here, I also selected that I want to export active collection. I think my other settings was kind of okay. I only want to export the mesh and this apply transforms, which I think is the one doing the trick to get into Unity correctly. Anyway, so we get in here again. I drag it in here. I could just have left it. And here we have it. So this is a better size, right? Better size. But we also, I'm really hitting all the problems you can have right now. So this live stream, or at least the beginning of it, will be all the stuff that can go wrong that I'm now showing you how to fix, or at least how I know to fix them. Some breadcrumbs so they can find a way. Got to go. Woods calling, going to leave the children there. Okay, have a nice trip, Rob, to the woods. But what the problem we're having now is a back-facing problem, and let me see if I can remember how. I made a tutorial about this, but I'm not sure I can remember how to fix it, but apparently I could. So what you see here is all the, how is it? I think all the red, let's see. Okay, so we can actually see this one. Okay, so, but just take it, the back facing thing is that when you have a 3D model in in a game like Unity here in my game, if you have a box, for instance, if you imagine a box, you don't want the game to render the inside of the box because you can't see it anyway. You know, the player can't see it, so there's no reason to render it. Therefore, you have back faces, the back sides of whatever 3D model you have. They are the back, and Unity don't render that. I don't know if it can, but it shouldn't, because you shouldn't be able to see it. The problem is that this model is made in a way so it's actually flipped around. So the backside is, for some of it, as you can see here, is missing up here. I guess if we go into, okay, we can't even see. If we go in here, we can see the top lid, and yeah. So it's not so good, but it's made for performance reasons. But we can now just go in and change that. Or maybe I can. If I go into edit mode here and I don't have caps lock on and I hit 3 to select. So basically what I can do, I need to select all of these blue ones, and then I can go in and I can say, how is it? Faces. There's some place where I can flip it. Select. No. Add mesh. Normals. No. Yeah, flip. So now you can see this one turned red. So that's the one, as I remember, that I can actually see. So if I just do that for all of them, which is not easy, because sometimes you can, can I just select all of them? Way too many polygons here, Kel'Thuzar. I almost feel like I wanna so we have to select all of these. Is there an easier way to do it? Yeah, I could also make a low poly one. Maybe that was actually have been easier. But again, and in here you can see we have inside, you can also, but that's also fair enough because it's actually transparent, so that makes sense. But let's, again, you could actually use this as a little learning project to learn Blender. Or if anybody out there wanna learn Blender, they could start out by making a lantern for Kel'Thuzar. Because this will make me old very fast. And I can't just select everything because I don't want to have all the... could I? Okay. If I had done this before I combined them, that would have been... Hello, Soda. Thank you. Love your game. Thank you. I'm happy you enjoy it. Right now I'm trying to help Kel'Thuzar get a model exported, and I should never have have started on this. Let's see. But let's try with this one first, Kel'Thuzar, and let's see if that actually helps perform it a little, and then I think we can make a we have to make a low poly version of this because this is crazy. Okay, so then I could go to mesh, normal, flip, I think. But there's still something odd because this is kind of a pink color. Okay, it is the same. And in here you can see through. That's weird. But anyway, let's see. Let's see how it goes. So we export it again. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And now we have the opposite problem. Perfect. But it also looks really odd, I must say. Ah, it was the... Okay. TNT, hello, hi. Kalsusar, for fuck's sake. I think we should make a new one. But again, because I'm so rusty in Blender, it's okay. Let's give it a quick try. So it's kind of square from above, and then you have this circle thing in the bottom. So Coda, so that's for, should I be in edit mode and then select everything? Mesh, normals, recall eyes outside. This guy knows something. Oh, I didn't share it, but I couldn't remember if it was red or the purple that we should see. I think Coda's onto something here. Still too many polygons, but okay, Keltusan, next time, send it to Coda. He will fix it faster than me. But okay, you can try with this now, but I will encourage you to go and get a lower poly version, because this is a little crazy one. But anyway, so what I can do is I can send you this one, Keltusan. And then we can get back to the actual stuff I should make, which was bug fixing the game. Art, models, and what didn't I put in here? Oh, the Keltusar lenses. There, this one. Boom. Okay, Keltusar, I'm sending it to you now on Discord, and then you have it. You can also get the Blender file if you want. But I think I would make a new one, to be honest. You can see, look at me while I do this, because yeah. So that's enough Blender for today, I think. So yeah, let's leave it with that. You should go and do a low poly version of your tank too. But besides that, I don't know if people have seen it, but let me show it off, because it's really nice. Let's do a little. I think I have it installed. So I send you the Blender file, I send you the FBX file. At least it's much smaller than the other one. So let's see if it helps. Hey Solomon. Let me show you Keltusar's tank here, because it's actually pretty cool. And he says the poly on that one is huge, so he should fix that. So now you have 2 reasons to learn Blender, Keltusar. Yeah, but it doesn't behave like a rocket, right? So take a look at this, guys, here. Yeah, okay, I can see it. Way too many polys. But anyway, it works pretty nice. And now it's for the finale. Let's give Kel'Thuzar some applaud. So that's pretty cool. I didn't make that. It's not a part of the game. It's Kel'Thuzar's mod, and you can get it in the workshop. And he promised he will make it more low poly over time. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for sure. 10 out of 10. That's a pretty nice one. Okay, I'll delete the lantern because I don't really want or need that. So let's get back to the actual problem I was working on. Let's get some music on again. I'd love to show you the fireworks 300 plus editor. I think you can get a lot of inspiration. So is Coda, is that in is it in here in the standard Rollercoaster 3 Platinum thingy? But that sequence and all that, maybe I could get some inspiration for that, but I don't want to make because there is a game called software game called Firework Simulator, I think, which is kind of a sequence where we sit with the mouse and do stuff. But Fireworks Mania have always been kind of the opposite of that. It's a first-person, hands-on approach. But of course, I could combine some of the parts of it to make it more sophisticated. But actually, right now, it's not the lack of ideas and stuff to do. It's more lack of time and to actually implement stuff. But I am working on it all the time. Again, I have been away now for a few months because I've just moved to a new house. But it's starting to come together now, so I am getting back. And now this week I've been sick half of this week and still not feeling super well. But I'm getting back slowly. So yeah, I'm just working on it now. Let's see. Be cool if someone made a salute. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that can do all with the modders. They can do a lot of stuff. But and as again, Sullivan's thing is a good example again here. It's not ideas that I'm missing right now. First of all, I have a ton of ideas myself, and if I ever run out, you guys have 10 tons of ideas. So yeah, that's in the vanilla game. Yes. Okay. But we could maybe I could look at it at some point in a live stream or something like that. Each RD3 has fireworks show. Yeah, but Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 don't, I think. Maybe it have. And yeah, Cody, I see you say, I see, yeah, it's a different focus. Exactly. I want Fireworks Mania. I want you to be able to build stuff in Fireworks Mania that is pretty professionally, as we go along, and sophisticated and complicated and all that. But I will still have it as a first-person, hands-on, either first-person or VR, whatever. But it's hands-on approach, and it's not so much like setting up. Like Firework Simulator, and like I'm expecting this sequencer to be. We could do something here. I guess we could Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 fireworks sequence. Okay, is that from... I better take off the sound, but... So is this made in Roller Coaster Tycoon? Can you see that? Coda? GHJ, I love your game. Thank you. So this is made in that. Okay. But now, for one thing, for instance, this this flying camera you see here, that's also something I have on my to-do. First of all, I would like to do a free fly mode with some smoothing on the movement, so you can do these kind of panoramic things, and then with the blueprint system you can record like one sequence you fly around, and then you can reset and record another one, and then you can combine it in an editor or something like that. You could also, and of course I have also thought about doing some virtual cameras you could maybe place and then switch between, so you could record like that. But again, now we are a little further out in the future, but it's all possible. And actually that last thing could maybe, if I expose a few things, could maybe be done via mod really. But yeah. There's already mods though for something like a fireworks customizer and show script program. Yeah, somebody made a program that could generate the big cube, or this big sphere thing with boxes. Somebody made an application that can do that, and I also think we have something that can generate other stuff and connect them and all that, like an external software, but not with a sequence like that. Yes, the other question, we can get back to that actually, Kelsusar and Guanaco. I wish I couldn't you have a easier name? But yeah, this looks pretty good. It looks great. But I guess it's more what you want me to see was more kind of how it's set up. This is more kind of the result, but it looks nice. But anyway, to get back to the actual problem, let's take that. The ones of you who have followed along knows that I recently, okay, let's go back even further. For a long time, the game has been on the same Unity version for like 6-8 months or something like that. And I actually usually... I used to update as fast as I could, basically, because the further I get behind the Unity versions, the harder it is to get back. And the reason I haven't updated the last 6-8 months or so was because there was a bug in Unity that made GPU what is it called? GPU instantiated particles, I think it is. I can't remember the name how now. But anyway, some specific type of particles, there was a bug with that. And this game used that a lot for like every fireworks effect. So, and the problem was that it did some flickering. Maybe I actually think, let me see if I can find a video. I think I sent it to you, Keltusar, some time ago. Let's see. Let's see. See if I can find it. Flicker, just it would be nice to show you now. Flicker. Okay. Anyway, okay, I can't find it. But anyway, there was this problem that that all particles was kind of like flickering in and out, and things that were actually far away suddenly was close, and it looked super weird. So, and that was a Unity bug, so I couldn't do anything about it. And it took them a long time to actually fix the bug. And then some months ago, where the bug actually was fixed, it was right up to the moment where I had to release something for the 4th of July, and I needed to move and all that. So I knew that there would be a period where I need to have something ready for 4th of July, and I knew that there would be a break in my work on the game, and so I didn't dare to upgrade right before that, because what if there was other bugs? So therefore I haven't actually been upgrading Unity until now, some weeks ago to get back on track and be on the latest and greatest. So that's great. And I upgraded, and there was some issues. I fixed that. I fixed I fixed most of them. And it actually works now. I'm on that. That's the version you see here. However, there are still, as far as I know, 2 issues related to this upgrade. Because what I also did, I also upgraded a lot of the packages I'm using. And my last live stream, I fixed the EnviroSky package because something was messed up after upgrading that. But we fixed that in the last live stream, so now the sky looks great again here. The skybox looks great again, and the day and night cycle works and doesn't look weird anymore. However, there is 2 issues now that we know we have. I get to your comments in a moment. We have an issue with UMod not. Well, actually, the result of this bug result in some mods not working, like the other ignition torch changed to a lighter, and some other like Guanaco's fireworks customizer tool and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff. And I think Panini have some too that depended on some code being ran when the mod was loaded. So like something that ran even though you haven't spawned anything. And apparently that part, it's a UMod thing that people hooked into here. And apparently that, I talked with UMod and they said that was actually a bug that was being called when it was called before, and they fixed that. The problem with that fix is that now it's not called. That makes some of the mods work. I have then argued back that these events are actually called onMod loaded and onMod unloaded, so I would assume they were called when the mod was loaded, not when the object was spawned, if that makes any sense. So they are looking into that, if they can actually go back, because they could see my argument for doing that. So I'm a little waiting on them for the fix of that, or at least getting back with something on that one. But I'm also considering doing my own kind of way of handling this. So if they don't do it, the sad thing is that then modders that have created something that dependent on this UMod thing will have to change a bit to call the code some different way, but it will be a small change for the modders, but it's still annoying that having to go back to a mod, doing this update and then deploy it and upload it again. So it's a little annoying. So I hope that UMod will go back to the old behavior so it still works. So that's the first upgrade issue we have, and the reason the latest version and the version I'm working on now, or the reason that this latest version haven't been released yet is because we still have these problems. So that's why it's on the experimental branch only. So that's the first problem. The second one is some textures are looking weird in the new version, and I don't know if it's a human thing or if it's a Unity thing. I think it's a Unity thing. But some textures that used to be transparent like grass in some of these custom maps, they used to look fine, but now they are not transparent anymore. So it looks super weird. So I have to investigate, but I haven't looked into that at all because I've been working on the other one with UMod and that. So yeah, let me go through some of the comments before actually going back, because then while waiting on that, I'm now working on some bugs. We're fixing some bugs that, for instance, Kel'Thuzar sent me and some others. Let's see. In your game, are individual firework rocket effects hard-coded, or do we have an internal editor for this? In Mania 3, there's a root particle which can spawn particles with different speed. Yeah, but the fireworks is done by the Unity particle system. So that is the editor for what you are asking for there, Coda. So it is an editor where I can sit and do colors and how long they should be, how big they should be, how they should change over time and speed and all that. That is the Unity particle editor in Unity right now we're using for that. And modders use the exact same thing. So it's not hard-coded like that. But I have made some prefabs that modders can reuse, and I can reuse myself. For instance, the smoke, a lot of the smoke is the same prefab we use, changed a little on it, but it's the same kind of base thing we use. Yeah. And then I made some components and some scripts that is also reused. So like the behavior of a rocket, a rocket have a thruster and an explosion, whereas a cake, for instance, only have it doesn't have a thruster, it just have an effect, and that effect can have multiple effects under it. And firecrackers only have an explosion, and yeah, so there are some different behavior based on what type of fireworks you're making. And I've made that so modders can then, I can use it. I use the same in the game, and modders can use them, the same stuff for creating their fireworks. So TNT asks, what is your favorite firework Mania mod? I don't have one favorite firework Mania mod. I'm just really, really happy with all the people that are spending their time making mods for the game, and I'm pretty sure there are even more players very happy for that. So really appreciate that. So I like all of them. Let's see. When will multiplayer be a thing? I can't promise multiplayer, but I will look into multiplayer next year. And I'm actually keeping my eye on Rob Lang's, he was in here before, on his channel, because he's moving for the third time. He's moving multiplayer platform package thing, and is now moving to Unity's newest netcode for game objects, or whatever it's called. And that's actually the same framework I'm looking into using, or I'm not looking into, but I'm planning on looking into and see how that works and if I can make it work. But I cannot promise multiplayer, but I can promise that I will look into it and see if I can make it work. But this game is made to be a single player from the beginning, so that's also why, to keep scope down, I made it just single player, make a good single player game, and if it becomes popular, which it is now, I will look into multiplayer and extend it with that. So if you haven't bought it and you want multiplayer, don't buy it yet. Wait until I have multiplayer. But it's a fun single player game too. And also it would be cool if cars can get some cool destruction physics. Put fireworks in cars and blow the windows and stuff. Yeah. Some of the cars actually do explode in the town. So if you blow them up, they will go into pieces. But it's the same. They break into the same pieces every time. But depending on the physics forces, they of course look different. Yeah. And Kenneth is in here. Kenneth Studios. Mystic Gaming. Hey guys. That's another thing. Do anybody of you stream and participants? In this new, I've upgraded to the latest version of OBS, the 28 version. And it have an integration with okay, here it is. Let me show you that video with the particle effect in a moment. I can see the chat in, I can actually show you here. So this is what I'm seeing here. So I have the chat out here and my preview here and some other stuff. And this is all fine. Can you make the house breakable? Some of the houses are breakable. The fireworks store, the gas station and the pawn shop. The big house is not breakable yet, but I would like to do it. But it takes time to do it, and I have to figure out, yeah, it's a matter of prioritization. But anyway, anybody use OBS here that knows how I can see the amount of viewers? Ah, okay, I can see it on my... Oh, that's pretty cool. 8 viewers now. I know I can see it on my streaming here, but... it says 11 viewers and this one says 8. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was just if somebody knew how to see it in OBS. But anyway, let me show you, because Kelsar just sent me that video of that flickering I was talking about. So here you can see this flickering. This is why I haven't upgraded before, because there was this bug here. So now it's, yeah, okay, it's lagging because it's my old machine. But now you will see why I didn't upgrade. So, see here. This looks pretty weird, right? So this is the reason I didn't upgrade Unity. Because I'm pretty sure people would have complained about this. Sick looking. And they had this problem for a while. But as I said before, then when they fixed it, I didn't have time to upgrade it because it was getting too close to me moving and to all that. Yeah. Mystic Gaming, I use OBS, it's easier for me. Well, this is OBS too. This is OBS. It's just version, you know, the latest 28 thingy. So it is OBS, but it's just, I think in the Twitch integration you could see, at least I used to use the Restream integration, so I could stream to both to Twitch and YouTube, but I'm kind of like just going YouTube because I don't know. It just feels a little simpler, and that's where I have all my subscribers and where I do most of my things. So it seems a little weird to also stream on Twitch, but I guess some people might like Twitch instead. I don't know. Okay, we have 2 types of maps. Basic one for fast fireworks and one where everything is breakable. Yeah, but actually I have solved that. I think actually, Kenneth, it is actually solved because there is a... Of course we can... when we get to custom maps, which is also something I hope doing this year, we could maybe have a setting in a map where you can turn it on and off, but really when you control the map completely, you can just not put any breakable stuff in it. But actually I have solved it because there is a setting now where you can disable destruction. So if you go to settings now, you can, but maybe I need to rename these and put, but when I get to the UI overhaul, this entire menu and all that looks like meh. So I might put some better names. But if you disable these two, especially the explosion force, I think now I don't think anything happens if we well, the physics are still there, but they are not actually called. I'm pretty sure I don't even try to calculate stuff or do stuff when this is turned off. So when this explodes, nothing should, yeah. So see, nothing happened. And I think if I can't even, let's try something. I can't remember how it works. So normally, you know, igniting one of these will make them all explode. But now you could see nothing of the other ignited. And I think that's the ignition force one. So if we turn that back on and then ignite another one again here. We should see that, yes, all of them explode. Oh, and it will also, yeah, okay. So now they ignite each other, but as you saw, the car is not touched at all. Because the explosion force was turned off. So, yeah. So So you can already do that, but it's up to the player to decide, you know, because the player knows how crazy their machine is. So, oh, maybe okay, yeah. There was one before asking for destructible cars. I could have showed that too now when I was there. Let me show that quickly too. Who was that? It was Mystic Gaming, right? Chief X-Lord asked, did you move house or something? Yes, exactly. That's why I've been away. It's because I moved to a new house. So now I have my new office here. It's not that big, but at least it's my office. So it's very nice and cozy. So let me just show you. First of all, need to make sure the explosion is turned on. It is per default. So if we go over here now, and we don't have to go that far, we can actually just take this car. All of these cars do the same or can't be exploded. So we just do like this, and then we ignite it here. Then you will see that the car is destructed. It could be more, of course, but again, it takes time because I need to sit and cut the car up in these different pieces and stuff like that. So it takes a little while to do. And as you might see, this one is actually a little bouncy. Huh? This is not bouncy. This is bouncy because it's a tire. Yes, attention to details. But anyway, so the cars actually do explode. Good. Wow, been live for an hour already. So, by the way, yeah, so what's next exactly? Also, I didn't show that, but maybe you have seen that. But I also added a developer console now, which is already on the experimental branch. What are the next decent size changes coming to the game? Really looking forward to using graph in the URP and native modded maps. Yes, that is actually the two next big things really. I have a branch where I've started to upgrade to URP to test it out and see how mods behaves and what I can do to make old mods work as good as possible. So I have a branch. Hello VSK. Hello. So I'm having a branch where I work on that, but it won't be in this next release. I just what I'm doing now is I try to as I said before, I've upgraded Unity to latest version. I upgraded a lot of packages. These upgrades are now because it's been so long since I did it last time, are giving me some problems with the UMod, as you know, and these transparent materials that doesn't look transparent anymore. So I need to fix some of these small things, but I want to have all this upgrade thing and fixed the upgrade problems and then release that version, so we kind of have a new baseline of the game, and then I start on these more exotic ones like the URP and the native map stuff. But it's hard to figure out what to, it's all connected, but I have to do one before the other, and sometimes it makes sense to do something before the other. For instance, the URP makes more sense than the custom mapping, I think, because then when I do the custom maps, then the URP are already out there and works, so you don't have to make a custom map and then have to go back and make your custom map to URP. So yeah, but URP, I have a branch where I have upgraded to that, and I can actually show that if you want to see, but I have only upgraded a few fireworks to look right, or to look a little better at least, because I have to do a lot of stuff. There's something with the lighting that is different in URP, so most likely if fireworks need to be looking good, you have to go in and update the lighting, because the lighting works a little different. Just wanted to show this thing. So now we have this console thing where you can do stuff. You can, for instance, teleport relatively the player, and then I can teleport myself like 40 up in the air, I think. So, woo! So you can do stuff like that. You can also take 400. Woohoo! So, but you can do a lot of stuff. But that's mainly for mod developers, to help them out. For instance, you can some of these commands that are in here are native commands that are just comes with this console editor, console package thing. But I added myself some FM ones already. There will be more over time. But for instance, there's a respawn command. So if you get stuck or something like that, this is something normal players can use too. So you can kind of get out of that if you're stuck. But there's also a play sound. So you can actually play a sound, like a dragon sound, dragon egg sound. I don't know what it is, but then you can hear the sound here. And this list here is actually and this list here is all the sound native in the game and all the sound from mods that are currently loaded in the game. So you can also find, I don't know any specific ones right now, but it could be, I don't know, even though this dragon sound might not be something from the game. I don't recall having that. Have something, I don't know, explosion. This one, for instance, that's not a sound from the game. It's from some mod. But if you load up the game without any mods, then the list will be only the native ones that you can actually use and pick in the mod tools, because in the mod tools you can't hear it. But this is mainly for modders. But the respawn, for instance, is for everybody. And you can also see the logs in here. So if something, I don't know if I can. No, I don't. Yeah, if some problems occur, like some errors or something like that. For instance, when I started in Unity, I always start with this because it cannot find a resolution, because in Unity it's a weird resolution because it's inside Unity, so it fails. So this console can also be used as a quick way to get to the player log, and you can see here it's loading the maps, the mods, for instance. Here is so it's Kel'Thuzar's this atomic thing, Junior, blah 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 blah. So yeah, so that's also something that has been added. This is all only on the experimental branch, really, right now. Just for the fun of it, let me just open up the URP one. Not that it's super interesting, but for Amnesty's sake, let's take a look. So, to get back to your question, Amnesty, the next big things are custom maps and URP. But the URP it's not just upgrading to URP, because first of all I have to upgrade the game to URP so I can actually use that, make sure the native fireworks looks fine, then make sure that as many mods as possible works, if possible. I can try and do that. Maybe I can go in and bump up lights. For instance, lights in URP it's much lower lighting than in the old one. So I guess I will have to bump it up. So maybe I can do something so I can say if a mod is built in a version prior to this, I can find the lights and bump them up by 10 or something like that to make it still look good without people having to rebuild and re-upload all their mods. So it's not just upgrading to URP, it's also making all this handling of existing mods. And then it's also a matter of, for you to use the VFX graph, to somehow in the existing components add that capability somehow, because I could imagine that it would be nice to some extent combine the current particle system and the VFX graph if possible, because some things makes sense to do in the particle system because it's have much better support for physics, so it looks better if you are having some physics interaction. But the VFX graph particles perform a lot better. So for instance, the particle effect graph will make super much sense to use for smoke, for instance, because it's generally not colliding with everything, and we could have much more smoke, better looking smoke, hopefully. That just a second. Yeah, I'm back again. No, I'm not. Sorry. Here I am. Sorry, just my wife throwing the dog in here. Come here. We have some guests in the house and they didn't want to look at the dog anymore. Can you say hi? Ready? Anyway, what was I talking about? URP. Yeah, anyway, so if I can figure out a way to combine it somehow to, first of all, give you full control, so Amnesty, you could just make your entire fireworks of VFX graph effects. Yeah. What I don't like, I tried out VFX graph effects some time ago, like a year ago or something like that. And what just struck me right away was that I really don't like that it doesn't interact with anything. It very quickly looks super weird because things are just flying through other stuff. Where in my native fireworks, for instance, in the game, I try to make it so that for performance reasons, when something collides with, unless it's a big particle, if it's smaller particle, if they collide with something, they just disappear. And that makes it not go through most walls. Of course, again, due to performance, you will see stuff go through sometimes. Eddie, yeah, come here. Kom nu her. Du skal ikke. Læg det nu her. Sorry. Læg det der. He went out too, but my wife have some guests and now they don't want to listen to him anymore, I guess. Er blevet smidt ud? Ja, sådan er det. Læg den nu der. No. Anyway, let's see. I can imagine upgrading pipelines is a nightmare. Yeah, I guess so. But actually so far okay, let me show you. Because it doesn't look very good right now. But I upgraded and there is a converter upgrade thing that goes through everything and upgrades it. It missed something apparently, but it upgrades through, and it took like, I think it was running, and it was on my new machine that have like monster CPU and stuff like that. I think it took like 2 or 3 hours where it was just running through stuff, upgrading. So let's see here. So this is the URP. Now before I showed you what I was working on the experimental branch, that is hopefully coming out soon. But this is the next thing, which is the URP thing, and it's very dark, as you can see. You have to upgrade the text of Streamlabs. Does it say that? Well, I have looked into it and researched during 21. But you're right. Læg på den. Det er lidt hot. Den er mere. Læg den ned. Yeah, I might need to upgrade the Steam Labs. Yeah, VFX graph is probably the best feature in having URP instead of... Yeah, VFX graph is kind of the big argument for upgrading to URP, but long term, because I'm not planning on stopping on this game anytime soon. So for future proofing the game, I think I need to upgrade, you know, if not now, then at least in the near future, because it seems like Unity is, well, the native build render pipeline is, you know, battle tested because it's been out so many years, so it works really well. But it seems very much like they are putting all their money into the new pipelines, the URP and the HDRP or whatever it's called, the other one, the high-end definition. So I think for long term it makes sense to upgrade to get better performance over time, really, by being on URP. I don't actually know if, you know, one-to-one comparison, if URP is better than the native one, the current native one, but even if it's not now, I'm pretty sure it will be, because they are kind of, you know, Unity is kind of betting pretty hard on it. So it will be the new and better over time, at least. But right now I think they are pretty much the same performance-wise. But then of course with the VFX graph is of course performing a lot better than the particle system. But it also lacks the physics thing. But anyway, so let's, because it's very dark, let's try and... So this is the URP version. So this is actually the game in URP. I haven't done a lot of tweaking because the majority of my time will be spent on tweaking, lighting and stuff for this to work. I just upgraded it, fixed a few, played around with a few fireworks. But for instance here you can see, take a look at the watch down there. What is that? There's something wrong with the lighting here, you can see. And that's what I'm... And that's all the tweaking. I have to figure out how to fix that in... You know, I fixed all of weird stuff like that in the old one, and now I have to fix it again in URP. And I also don't like, for instance, if you see... I don't know if you... Yeah, you can see it here. You can see the seams between these, you know, you can see here. Here there is a line because, you know, this is one part and this is another part. And you can't see that in the old one. So that's nothing to do with the lighting, but with the rendering or something. See here? Pretty sure we don't have that in the old version. I need to look up this. Try to take a look at that. I can jump into, it's right over here. Let me start this because I got a monster computer now. I can have it running in two OBS, two Unities. Let's just for fun take a look at how it looks here, and let's stop the time at 7:30. Just a comparison. Okay, I was not at all planning on looking into this right now. I just wanted to show it off. Now that you ask for it. So you can actually see I have done something. And I can show you some fireworks in a moment. So let's try, this is the native the old version. So let's see here. Okay, so it's 7:30 now here. Okay, it is actually there. But you don't see that line here. I actually do. There is actually the line in the old one too, but it's not as, you know, if I'm standing here, this is the old version. Okay, now I'm a little bit confused. Now this is the yeah, I can see it on the shadow thing there. So this is the old version. We can still see these two white ones, and we can actually barely see this seam here. And if I go to the new one, we can clearly see this line here, and we can also see these two white ones here. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a little, I don't know. So it's stuff like that, and this is something I will have to go through for upgrading to the URP. That is just a tiny bit of it, but as you can see here, I see these weird white artifacts here, and it might be able to fix it by some shader thing or what, some post processing or whatever. There's no post processing on the new version. I think this is pure raw how it looks, where there is post processing on the other one. But one thing I would show you is the lighting here. Is it? See here. So it becomes very dark here. But for instance, you can see that first of all, these are not glowing anymore. They're just white, and they're not very strongly lit here, like the other one. And when I turn on the flashlight, you can see here barely that it's very little. So I need to turn that up, for instance. But that's an easy fix. You run the game on Lone Ultra. I'll run it on medium. I can go to ultra, but I think it's medium on both of them. So now it's not white anymore, but I guess it's because it's dark. But still on low, I've never seen these seams before. So even on low in the old one, I'm pretty sure you don't see that. I've never noticed it before, at least. But see a funny thing here. When I turn on the flashlight, okay, now it doesn't. Okay, now it doesn't do it. Ah, it's a setting thing. So if I go to medium, and that's the thing with URP, I have to also figure out how to get around that. So when I turn, now the flashlight is off. You can see the light here on this pole. When I turn on the flashlight, the lights on all the street lamps shuts off for some reason. I don't know why. I'm guessing it might be due to some, as you can also see down here, there are some optimizations of some shadowing and some lighting stuff. So maybe it's because there was too much light or something. I don't know. Again, I haven't only upgraded it and tweaked very little. I haven't done a lot. So just let's take a look at some fireworks. The light actually looks pretty good. So I think I bumped up. Yeah, I bumped up the. You can see the lighting there. It looks great. It also gets close to the cloud. So you can see the lighting going up looks great, but this looks a little weird. But it could also be the post-processing effects missing. But let me try and take a. I can take something from the workshop maybe. Why haven't it loaded any mods? Okay, here. Okay, we can try and take the pyro tank again here. So you can see, for instance, there is a problem with the material here. My flashlight knew that in real life. Pretty crazy. If you turn on your flashlight and the entire city light goes out, you might want to take a look at that flashlight. So here you can see some obvious material issues. That's pretty clear. Let's see how it. You can also see the effect looks a lot different. Missing a lot of colors, but I guess maybe it's there's some of the particles that are a lot bigger than before. Let's see here. I've never tried this in this URP version before. But so you can see, yeah, the effects are there, but it's not really looking that good, right? Here again, materials of course missing. Let's see. And I really don't want modders to go in and redo all their stuff, right? That's not... so I want to figure out, if I can, how much of it I can fix automatically just when loading the mods. But the game works and the menu works, and I don't think this one doesn't work. It works weird. Yeah, there's something wrong with this one, I think. Okay, it's there. It's because it's overfilled with stuff here. Reduce additional point. Also have to figure out the shadow, increase the shadow resolution. So, yeah. It works now because okay. I changed some blurry background. But anyway, so you can see it doesn't look as good as the old one. Again, I don't have any post-processing on or anything. I don't even know performance-wise if there is any. I can't measure that here. Just by it like this. There are some weird stuff, and I have to relearn how to make things glow, and you can also see this one looks really odd. Normally, it's like glowing up. I'm pretty sure I need to do it in a different way, because now it just looks stupid. Yeah. Anyway. No color anymore. Yeah, exactly. The colors kind of disappeared. VSK, I don't have time to look at the script right now. Can you check one of my mods in UP? I'm just curious now. Yeah, we can do that. Let me see here. Let me just shut this off. Which one? Amnesty, should I try? Yeah, I don't think it runs in 680. It's just because it starts out in this little window, and then I bump it up and with full screen. Summer collection. Okay, let's try that. I don't have that, right? No, I didn't have that. That's another thing I would really like to... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I would like to add. But let's try the summer collection, and then let's actually get back to the thing I was supposed to work on and was working on before going live, trying to help Kildasar fix his lantern. Workshop summer, I think, isn't it in here? Wasn't it? Yeah, it's here. It's here. Right here. Boom. It's a cake pack. That's always good. Why doesn't it show? It's because you have tons of mods in one mod. I have actually never... Let me try the city. I don't actually think I've been in the city in the UAP version. Let's see. But again, the more I tweak and play around with this, the more I will figure out how to fix these, because I guess most of the mods will have the same issues with materials and what's it called? Like the issues with the particle effects and stuff like that. So if I can do something where, luckily I know what version the mod is built in, so I can do something that says, like, if it's older than this, do this. So I can actually do some extra work, like changing the shader, I guess, on all the materials, have some kind of mapping. I think that's possible. So let's test out Amnesty's blue lights. Oh, obvious material problem. Let's light it up and let's try something. Okay, we are totally just playing around today, but I'm learning something here. So you can see as I I would say they move exactly like they used to, but it looks completely wrong because they're all white. But let's try something, let's spawn a new one and try something in the editor. If I can, I don't know if I can change stuff. So wouldn't you say, Amnesty, that it, you know, it behaves correctly, they fly and explode as they used to, played right sounds, but I'm pretty sure they shouldn't have been all white, and also it's like the particles are kind of too big, and this is obviously also a problem. Let's try again and place a new one. And let me try something here. Let's try and go in and let's take a look at the model here. So universal render pipeline lit. Still looks weird, right? Let me see here. That's just the player. He's also having a material problem. So now it's just gray. I just wanted to see. I actually thought that it was, but it's like it's. Let me see something here. Mod viewer. What was it called? It was called like light something. Isn't it one of these, Amnesty? This epic blue lights, that must be it, right? So that's a mod on its own. I can see it's Amnesty, blah, 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 blah. Assets. So models, epic blue. But why? I have no idea if I can do something like this. No. Hello. Ty. Hello, Ty. All the particles are white instead of orange or blue. It does behave correctly. Yeah, exactly. I actually thought I could just change the shader here, but it's like it's missing. Simple it. It's like it's missing the. It's missing the texture. If I pick, I guess I could pick some fireworks, like, you know. Yeah. So you see that this looks, well, it doesn't look correct, but you can see the texture here, but it's just the wrong texture, so it loses the texture. But I think when I load the mods, I can actually change the shader on the material to this real one, and then it's all fine. Yeah. So let's see the flash. That's orange there. But the reason I'm looking here, I haven't done this before, but as you can see, they are actually all white. It's like they lost their, you see? Don't you agree, Amnesty? For instance, this blue here, it should have been blue here, I assume. Yeah, okay, but you have a material in Unity. It's just embedded in the FBX, I think. So it is a material, but it's just inside your FBX file. But it doesn't matter. I still think I can access it via code when I load the mod. Yeah, that's fine. But don't you agree that this one should have been blue? I could open it up in the other version, but I don't want to do that now. But and that's actually interesting. It seems like it lost all its colors. See, it's almost white. So unless you have, you have it there. Okay. Yeah, okay, you use the color over time. Okay. You can probably, we could, now we are already down this rabbit hole. Let's try and fire it off in the old version. Okay, so, is there a super long delay here? Where can I see? Can I see the delay somewhere? Should be like 5-6 seconds delay. That's a lot. Yeah. Anyway, color of a lifetime, exactly. So we saw it here before. And now I have this problem. Yeah. Relax, boy. Stop it. Læg dig op i sofaen. No. Okay, so it's all white. Let's go into the current version, you could say, old version or current version. So first of all, the material here looks more correct. That's understandable. But I really also have to fix something here. Just prompts every time something goes off. Okay, so let's try and lit up this one. And the post-processing effect shouldn't do that big of a difference. Yeah, pretty different feeling. Joshua, this is the normal version, the current one that I'm working on for the experimental branch, and the other one is the URP. But I just I don't know when you joined, but I think last week made a branch and upgrade to URP just for fun of it, to see how crazy it was, how difficult it was. So I haven't tweaked a lot. I only played very shortly with something. Okay, so it's pretty clear that some of the colors are they're not missing. We saw that they were actually there, but at least it looks all white. But we have the same problem with a lot of these, so it might be some general thing I can fix somehow. But now, after 1 hour and 45 minutes, let's get back to the one thing that we were actually working on. Because what I was working on, I can't really show you now, can I? Yes, I can. So the problem I'm currently trying to fix is a bar created by Keltasar, which is when you pick something up, start to throw it. If you keep, holding the throwing button, so this little round thing keeps going. If you do that while the thing you're holding is despawned or destroyed, the UI doesn't go away. So that's what we need to fix. It's a small thing, but it's a minor bug that we can fix anyway. And I think I want to, but I'll do that next time. I want to remove some of these mods because it takes too long to load. So what are the smallest one? Let's take these small ones here. So if I pick this up and start to throw it, maybe I should have, okay. So I knew when it was gone. Okay, let me I need to do something here. So this fireworks manager over here contains the fireworks that has been spawned. So this way I can now see. Now you can see there's 2 out there in the side. I don't know if I can show you. No, I can't show you because I can't zoom out over there. But you can see that there are 1 left, and that's the one I'm holding in my hand. Even though it's actually exploded, it's still in the game. But in a moment, it will disappear from that list over to the left. And then it's actually gone from the game. And so now it's gone. So if I remove the mouse button now, it's actually trying to throw it, but it can't. So now this UI is just sticks here. And the reason for that is actually just a stupid coding mistake by me. Thank you. I have a pickup tool script, and that one is responsible for when you're throwing it to send a message so that this UI is removed. The problem is that the object pickup script, that is the one actually having the logic to move it around and rotate and stuff like that, have its own little logic that validates what it's holding, and if what it's holding is suddenly null, meaning that it has been destroyed, it drops it. But this drop doesn't trigger that event update. So that's why it stays. But I think I need to change it a bit, and I think I know how I want to change it. I want to take this logic out of the pickup tool. So first things first, I have a message, which is something that I can send somewhere in the code, and then I can have some other places in the game that listen to this event. So it's an event based. It's very low, the music, isn't it? Okay, too loud. We can have a little music, that's fine. It is slap af. Yeah, let me go and grab something to drink, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. See you in a moment. And it's back. Moin. Pyroluga. Assad. Is learning shaders hard? I know nothing about shaders. It seems very hard. Mickey, hey man, I searched up the problem I have when having trying to join Discord. Because I'm banned. Yeah, okay, then that's the problem. Okay. Maybe you got your account. If you haven't broken any rules and such, maybe it's because you got your account stolen. Maybe somebody else got it banned. Anyway, getting back to the problem at hand. So we need to fix the UI thing. And I have this message here called Messenger Event Pickup Tool Throwing Force Change. And you can throw in a value for the force, and then there's another one that is listening to this one that would actually set the progress bar of this circle thing. And I have it another place where it also listens to the same one, and that's the player UI manager that then shows and hide the UI, basically the view of that circle thing. So we have one thing that is responsible for hiding and showing it, and another one responsible for setting the value of that progress round bar there. I thought if I should put into one, I was actually planning to do so, but now that I see it, it actually makes sense that the player UI manager is responsible for showing and hiding a lot of stuff, and then I have a specific one responsible for setting the value. But anyway, again, this might be completely nonsense to you guys, but anyway, so I have this pickup tool throwing force UI controller that is responsible for setting it, and the other one, yeah, fine. Anyway, the message that we are sending is called this pickup tool throwing force changed, and it's currently set various places. It's currently set, let's see here. We are currently setting or broadcasting it. You can see here. So we're broadcasting it. That's actually sending out the message. So we are doing that here when we are increasing the force. Here we're doing it when we try to drop the object. Then we're setting it to 0, which will in turn makes it go away because there's another one listening to if it's below 0 or below, then it hides it. And then we have another place where we try to throw object in. What is the difference? Try to drop object, try throw object. I don't think we have that drop thing anymore actually. Are we using that? Ah, that's when we are okay. Then that's when the tool is. Yeah, okay. That's when we select another tool. If we're holding something and we're selecting a tool, it just drops it. That's fine. But we could actually just use the throwing thing with. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. What I'm trying to get at here is that I was thinking that maybe I should rename this to not pickup tool throwing force changed, but rather, because here we are broadcasting that it changed, but we are anyway sending in the relative throwing force of the object pickup script. So why don't we just throw this in here instead? that doesn't make sense because it's called pickup tool, so it makes sense that it's related to the pickup tool, but could rename it to something more generic. And then in here in the pickup tool, when we drop it, we call drop anyway. So we might as well just, you know, send this one from in here too. And here, when we're trying to throw, we are throwing anyway, so we could also do that. I think I'll try to move it. And the reason I want to do this is because then when the drop in the script itself is called, it will also call this and the URL will be taken away. But I have a problem with the naming of it and it going into the object pickup thing. I'm pretty sure I'm losing viewers now, but yeah, follow along if you can. So I think I will move this into this one here. And it actually applies force and then call the drop. So we could just basically do it in here. So that we can actually just do it in here because the drop is called there anyway. So it sets it to 0. Perfect. And then we don't have to do it here because right here we are calling the drop in on this object pickup script, and that is calling the same, so that's fine. And in the here, when we are increasing the throwing force, why don't we just in here call this and oops, and then just take and send this. So the current throwing force, which is most likely what is, yes, okay, relative throw force. We take that one. So we can do like that. We can rename it to something else. Pick up object tool. So now we're only broadcasting it 2 places: when we increase the throwing force and when we drop it. And this drop is called both when we throw it, right? You can see when we throw it here, after it applied force and all that, then it drops it. So that also makes sense, and that would make it go away. And this drop is also called when it's just not there anymore. Yes, I'm using Windows 11 now. My old machine couldn't upgrade to Windows 11, so yeah, you can see here if I take the bottom bar away, Windows 11 works pretty nice. Really happy about it. First of all, I have a faster computer now, so therefore it's faster. But Windows 11 on my Surface Pro also even maybe it's the animations, but it seems faster. But I guess it's because it have these nice animations. So now I think it might work now. I just don't like the name of this event now because it's called pickup tool throwing force, and it's not really pickup tool. In naming and responsibilities are really hard in code. I want to say thank you so much for making this game, because I can create my own display and mess around without getting in trouble with the law. Thank you, Mystic Gaming. This is exactly why I created it, because my son was asking for exactly that. And you know, I was a kid too and would have loved to be able to play around with fireworks like that. So let's take one of these small ones again, firecracker, this one, and we pay attention over here. Here you can see that under the fireworks manager, whenever a spawn of fireworks is actually showing up under here as an object. So when this one disappears, I know that this firecracker have been, you know, despawned. Oh, and here I'm hitting. Okay, hitting another problem there. So let's pick up this one, and then I start to throw, and the UI works fine, as you can see. It shows up, so it's there right now. Over to the left, which I cannot zoom in on now. The firecracker is still there. So in a moment it will disappear, and then I can throw it, and then the UI should disappear because it should send a message saying it should be set to 0, meaning it's set to 0 and also hidden. So now it's gone. Actually, it's already gone because it's already been dropped, skipped. So now I should be able to pick up another one and just throw that. Yep. What? Where did that go? Okay, it's very dark. Get some lights. Very dark and very small. Let's pick up this one. Okay, it's there. It's just me. It's just because it's so small. Yes, sir. So it works fine. We could also try with this one. And then keep a hold of it until it despawns. Actually, I can just run around, and then I'm keeping the mouse down. Keeping the mouse down, keeping the mouse down. And in a moment when it despawns, it should disappear the UI here. There we go. Okay, perfect. So it actually seems to be working. Now I just have, and this is, you know, now I have to figure out if it makes sense, you know. Now it's fixed, so the bug is actually gone from my testing here. But as I said, I don't like the name of this because it's called pickup tool throwing force changed. And right now it's actually not actually used in the pickup tool, I think, at all. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it's not even called in the pickup. But this one is also called pickup tool throwing force. I think I'm renaming this to, should we? I really don't like calling it specifically to object pickup throwing force changed. I could call it picked up object throwing force changed. Then it's kind of not for one or the other. It's just indicating that this is a update to the throwing force of an object that have been picked up. Makes sense, right? And for the same, I would also like to rename this one, but this one is a modern behavior, so I think it's better to rename it in here. But it can destroy a lot of stuff. That's one thing I don't like with Unity. There's no good way of figuring out what is used where. Like, you know, this script, for instance. What if I wanted to delete this script and wanted to make sure I don't break anything? I can't, because I can't know where this one is used. Right now you saw me clicking here on, you know, find references in scene. But I have more than one scene in this game. So right now I'm just seeing this. And, you know, okay, so the player UI manager have a reference to it. Somewhere. Okay, maybe it's in here. Nee. There's a guy walking with some pizzas outside. Looking like he couldn't find a house where he needs to drop it off. Anyway, so it says it have a reference to it here, but okay, here. Throwing force UI, okay, and that's where this one is. And this is the pickup tool throwing force UI controllers. That's fine. But again, this is only in this scene, but I have multiple scenes. So why can't they do something so I can bind it? Yeah, I just terrible with Unity, this reference thing. I really don't like that. Anyway, I think I will rename this to picked up object throwing force UI controller, and then pray that it also updates the file in here. Yeah, see, this one is gone, and then we can say picked up, yes sir, and so it updated here and updated in there. And we can also update this one, picked up object. This is just basically housekeeping, clean up things so things are named properly. Yep. Throwing, see, this is called throwing force UI. That's fine. Okay, so let's see. Does it build? Will it blend? Will it build? I have a package error when I launch my Unity. You know why? No, I don't. Because it can be close to 1 million things. But you can post your question in the Unity channel on my Discord. Maybe somebody in there know why. But be sure to send some more than just, I have an error. Send the error, or maybe tell what you did, or... So, Laurits Gaming, er du dansker? Which means, are you Danish? Yes, I am Danish, but please keep the chat in English so everybody can follow along. Men ja, jeg er dansker. No problem. Now it's so let's see. So we renamed all that. We changed the name of this method. We moved that away from the pickup tool and moved it into the object pickup, and we renamed it there. Yeah, perfect. So now I changed one little bug, and it took a while because I was, live streaming and chatting with you and having to talk while doing it and all that. But so of course it takes longer, and if I haven't started out by going into Blender, fixing Kel'Thuzar's problems, and then later on showing Amnesty how I've upgraded, how far I am with the URP upgrade, which I just began on, I could have fixed this bug a lot faster, of course. But it takes time, and this one was very easy to fix, because I quickly knew, pretty quickly knew what the problem was. So let's try again. Let's take one of these small ones. The reason I'm taking these small ones is because they disappear faster than the big ones. So whoops. Now no UI is shown. So it still works, but there's something wrong. Okay, so something broke somewhere. and it might be the UI part. Let's try and go into that prefab. Let's go into the where is this one player? Where's the player manager? Throwing force UI. See here. So the script, the throwing force UI here before had the script over here, but because I renamed it, it now can't figure it out. And you know, I renamed it inside Unity. It should not break stuff like that. There's no compile errors. Stop saying that. The associated script cannot be loaded. So should I move it and then? And this is, you know, what is right here? What? Okay. Didn't we? It didn't upgrade. I was too fast. Okay, so renaming it in Unity doesn't change the file name or what? I'm pretty sure I had this. Okay, I have to rewind this live stream and see it afterwards because I'm pretty sure I looked in here and the file was gone because okay. The file name changed, but it didn't change the class name, of course. Jesus Christ. I have to do like that. There's a difference between the file name and the class name. Jesus Christ. That's annoying. Now I can go in here and say picked up object force. Yes. And then we can take it up here. Rips. And then we can say progress bar. Progress bar here. Boom. And then we can go to the player UI, which hopefully still have this reference. Yes. Okay. That was really annoying. And that's what I mean. It's very hard to refactor stuff in Unity. Why make it so? They knew the reference. They knew that it was referenced this file. I renamed it inside Unity. They know I wanted to change that script. So why not change the name of the behavior? I don't get it. What country you like the most? I'm pretty happy about Denmark, where I'm living. Okay, let's try again here. So again, we're keeping an eye on this one. When it disappears, it should disappear. Let's see if we can throw it first. Yes, so the UI is fine. We can't pick that one because then it's lagging like crazy. Let's take a new one. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, cool. Tighten up. This one, boom, and throwing, and then waiting, boom, and then we wait on it to go away. Despawn, and then the UI should be gone. Still anybody watching? Because I can understand if it's too boring. And apparently I can't see how many viewers there is here in this. Oh, there it goes. So now it's gone, and now hopefully I can take another one, pick that one up and throw it. Boom, like a bounce. Boom, like a bounce. Wee-hoo! Perfect. Great. So that was it. One bug fixed. So let's see here. Didn't we have a did we have another one? Yeah, we can take this one. We can take this over here. Boom. Do like this. So we fixed the despawn throwing item makes UI get stuck. So 7, 9. Okay, wait a second. Stop there. 7, 9. Fixed throwing force UI stuck. And that was like this one. This one. We don't need this one. We need this one, and we need the prefab there. We need the messenger. We need all of these CSRs. Yes. Yep. So one bug fixed. So now we can go in here and we can say, if I could do this, close, boom, and then it goes over here. So now we are back with that umod script loading problem. I can't really do anything about that. I can do my own implementation, and I will look into that. But yeah, are you still here, Amnesty? Panini, but Panini is not here. I haven't seen him at least, but Amnesty, are you still here? Because then I have a question of what we should call that. Pyroluca is still here. I think there's a ton of delay on this stream. Let's see. It says live latency 4.7. Okay, it should be okay. Should be okay. And by the way, how is the quality of the stream and my voice? Because I turned up my mic a little, and also I bumped up the quality. That's another benefit of going only YouTube, because Twitch limits, you can only stream to Twitch with max, I don't know if they raised it now, but it was like max 8,000 kilobits per second or something like that. And didn't have super great, rewind and rewatch capabilities. So that's also why I'm just streaming to YouTube, because it's, you can rewatch them afterwards, and I can stream in 1440 as I do now, and my bitrate now I stream with 15,000 because I got a new computer that can handle that, and I also got new internet here that can handle it. So I stream at a lot higher quality, which should make the stream better. But still, Unity also have good downscaling. So if you're on a phone or a small device watching the live stream, you should just get a worse quality that match your device. Yeah, exactly. So Pyroluca, so when you're watching the stream on your screen, I guess you are watching in 1080p. When you see something like this on your screen, some code like this here, is that or generally just the UI of Unity and my screen, is it sharp? Is it like not pixel perfect, but is the quality good? Because when I'm rewatching this on my own monitor with the 1440p, it's, I wouldn't say crystal clear, but it's pretty good. It almost looks like, how my screen actually looks. Yeah, you can read it, but it looks fine. I guess, if I was streaming in 1080p, it would look better on your screen. But the problem is then on my screen, it wouldn't be super crisp. I'm hoping it's better to go, down. It's enough to read, yeah. But of course, I also do this zooming thing too, because if you're on a phone and stuff like that, it's hard to read. So also to make the look of the stream more funny, I have all these things where I can, put in B-roll like this, and I can zoom in here. So when I'm talking, it's not like just that. I can do like this, and I can be and I can do some B-roll. I can also throw in a little ad if you want. If you're new to my channel, I'm building a fireworks simulator game while having a wife, 2 kids, a full-time day job, and a dog. The game is already on Steam, so go check it out. It's called Fireworks Mania, and you can find a link in the description. So yeah, I can do stuff like that to make the stream a little more interesting. I can't sit and switch this all the time, but I try to do it so every time I actually speak to you guys, I do like this, and then when I need to show you something, I do like this. Anyway, I don't know why we got into that, but we were talking about live stream on YouTube. So there are some benefits on that. First of all my subscribers are here, and secondly, I can stream it at a much higher bit rate and better quality, and still people with fast internet, big screens can see it in that quality. People on phones and lower internet speeds can see it in whatever is best for that setup. Anyway, oh, why I need to buy that game? Yeah, it's a good game. I really like it. Anyway, yeah. So the next thing is this, and this is a tough one. Some materials, textures lost transparency in the new version. So I think I will have to go and let me just delete all the mods here. So I delete all the mods from mod.io, and then I will go in and download. I will download one of these custom maps, because that's one of them, at least I know, have the problem. But I'm pretty sure when I figure out what the problem is, it's the same for all of them. Oh, before I do that, maybe I should upgrade Unity to the latest version, because since I upgraded, there has actually been a new version of Unity, and maybe that's fixed this problem. That would be super nice. So let's first see the problem by installing this. That's always a very good idea when troubleshooting stuff. Make sure you can recreate the problem. So if you have a bug, and that goes in software and games and stuff like that, but it's always a good idea to be sure you can recreate the bug, because else you won't know when it's fixed. So let's go in here first and find, I think, the realistic, yeah, this one. And there's also the other one with the nature thing, this one. So who is that pin? Okay, so that's Amnesty. Okay, and this UI is terrible. It's terrible because it locks up everything. I really need to fix this too. But it will come as a part of this UI overhaul at some point. It works, It's not good as it is now, but it works. So right now I'm focusing on some other stuff. But I really don't like this UI. Okay, so now we have 2 custom map thing. We can go in here, and then let's see if we can see the problem, where we should see some textures are no longer transparent. Again, I don't know if it's UMod or Unity. I'm guessing Unity, but let's see. So I don't know, was it Amnesty one of them, and the other one was Panini? I can't remember. But let's see. Wow, so 2.5 hours so far live streaming. Woo. Okay, so let's see here. We have props. Okay, let's take, I know this one at least have it. Let's try, because there was one of them that was just, okay, so this, okay, this suddenly works a little, because one of these was pure black. By the way, this is an awesome way of doing this custom map implementation. It's really brilliant. Really like it. But let's go into this one first, because I think... So you can see on the screenshot all these bushes and stuff like that. They are, you know, yeah, transparent. They look real. Yeah, my stream says 2 hours and 27 minutes. So, what? What? I haven't done anything. Maybe he fixed it. It would be nice if Amnesty was still here. Let me take a look here, because I'm pretty sure. No. Again, so this is why it's very important that you recreate the problem, because if I had just upgraded Unity, I would have thought that the Unity upgrade fixed the problem. But I think maybe Amnesty or Panini or whoever did the other one might have fixed it. Let's take a look here. Updated. No, it haven't been updated for a while. It was this one we were in, right? It was updated. It was added here. There's no change log or anything, so it haven't been upgraded. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Okay. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Kel'Thuzar showed me the problem in this one. But there something have changed, because I'm pretty sure that I saw this one where one of them was just black. I think it was Kel'Thuzar showed me that. Let's see. Good for you, Joe. Always lighting up. Maybe I should have wrote somewhere that I was live. I did. Let me just, FYI, I'm live. But I don't know how long I will be, but yeah. So I just posted a little, just for the fun of it. Okay, so this one, I'm pretty sure Kel'Thuzar showed me this one with these bushes not being transparent. No, that looks fine. Let's take some light on here. Okay, somebody fixed something, and it wasn't me. Let me see if I can find. Pretty sure that in this experimental one here, I'm pretty sure somebody sent a screenshot. Yeah, here. Okay, so that is. No, that was in the. See, that one looks weird. There was another one. Hello, Talke. I can't pronounce these names. Welcome. Yeah, I was a little late. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. So I was a little late for announcing it. I kind of forgot. I'm blogging. Hello. I don't understand. Let me see. Okay, so it seems like the problem, at least from what I can see here, is in the here. No texture, still no transparency. So it's still not transparent here. You can see this one looks weird. But the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure these one had the same problem. But they don't now. So let's go out and get the Minecraft map and let's see how it looks. So how are you? Well, I'm actually fine. Well, I've been a little sick this week actually. Still a little lightheaded, but it's getting better, I guess. Yeah. So I'm actually not feeling super well, to be honest. But good enough to work on the game at least today, and getting back on work tomorrow. But I had a few days where I was just, Netflixing. But anyway, so here's the Minecraft map. Let's go in here. But I'm trying to fix. We just fixed. Well, this stream has been long. We have been through some Blender tutorial stuff, helping Kel'Thuzar export some stuff. We have looked into the URP version of this game, where the graphics engine or whatever, the graphics has been updated. I'm just starting on it, so it was not very impressive. It was just to show Amnesty because he asked how far I was with that. And yeah, then we have fixed a bug that Kel'Thuzar wrote about, where if you was throwing something, held something in your hand that exploded and thereby despawned, and you was in the middle of throwing it, the UI wouldn't go away. And you would just be stuck with that little circle in the middle. So that's been fixed now. And now I'm back to the next problem, which is that some materials in this new version were upgraded after I upgraded Unity, or after I upgraded a lot of packages. After I upgraded a lot of packages, some transparency has disappeared. Why is it so white? Anyway, so there was a problem with things not being transparent, and this looks a little weird, doesn't it? And I thought it was some of the other maps, but apparently what I can see here, it was actually Guanago saying that it was in the maybe it should look like that. I haven't played too much. Okay, I haven't played too much Minecraft, but doesn't it? Okay, it looks weird that they disappear like that, doesn't it? Or what? But they are transparent, and that was the problem. You can see we can actually see through here. But I don't know if that's normal that it looks like that. I can't remember. Maybe I should load it up in the other version, in the old version. Or in the version that, yeah, the default version. Niklas, where you from? Sounds like you are from Denmark. Yes, and that's because I'm from Denmark. But we keep the chat and my voice in English, because else nobody understands what I'm saying. It would be a very, very tiny channel and stream if I was speaking Danish. Men jeg kan snakke dansk. Det gør jeg faktisk hver dag. But anyway, okay, so it's a little light, but there's the new Enviro Sky. Oh, maybe that's what fixed it. It's the Enviro Sky that also that Enviro Sky really changed a lot of stuff. Let me just try something. Long story short, there was a problem with some stuff in the last live stream. I live streamed there while fixing the Enviro Sky, which is the package I'm using to do this day-night cycle and weather and all that. And there's been an upgrade, as I said previously early in this stream. I have recently updated Unity to the latest version, upgraded a lot of packages, including that Enviro Sky. And that Enviro Sky update changed a lot in the look of some of the materials, or some of the, like the smoke on fireworks was completely black. Looked super weird. So in the last live streams, I fixed that by changing what profile I'm using for this Enviro Sky. And that fix might have fixed this transparency issue too. But let me try something, because okay, it is like that. So let's see. Okay, so there's too much. You know, it actually looks better like this, right? But that's because I think some intensity of yeah, maybe the light here or the sky is too blue, something like that. But anyway, that's not effects. No. Oh, sorry, mate. But I still have this. No. Yeah, okay, it still have this problem where, for instance, this one, we can only see it from here, we can't see it from here. I think that problem has been there all along. Yeah, the problem was actually transparency, but that seems to have been fixed now. Whoa, something looks weird here. Let me try and bump it up to ultra. See what that does. Okay, but this is not really a super test case, because this is a custom map made in a... Okay, then it becomes weird. Okay, anyway, so I actually think that the upgrade of this Enviro Sky, or not the upgrade, but the fix I did last time might have fixed this transparency. There is Panini. Panini, I can't remember if you created this, what is it, Mio Dove map or whatever. No, not that one. No, the other one, the city one. You created that, right? Don't we agree that in the version that is currently on the experimental, the transparency is missing on some of the textures? Because I was actually looking into that bug now, and now I couldn't see that problem anymore. And I think it's because that Enviro Sky fix I did last live stream actually fixed this transparency too. Oh, Kendo Studios. Let's see. Isn't American Suburb, isn't that yours? Okay, there's something wrong here. No, that's no. Okay, it's Amnesty. Okay, Amnesty made But where's the other one? Minecraft Village, that's fine. And the neighbor, that must be the one we just think. That's Amnesty and... Oh, and here it is, Medieval. Okay, that's the other one. So it's Amnesty. Okay, Panini, sorry about that, not yours. Yeah, it's Amnesty. Okay. I just thought it was yours. Thank you, Fly High. Thank you. But remember to also thank the modders because they are doing a great job on creating something like this. I didn't create this. Wow, it looks really good actually. But there was some transparency issue specifically with these ones. But as you can see, that's not a problem anymore. So I'm very sure it was due to the EnviroSky thing. Okay, now I don't have any of the mod ones because I just... Okay. I just deleted all the mods so it could load faster. Let's just do it like this. There we go. Nice. Okay, anyway. I think also I will stop here. We are closing in on 3 hours. I think that's fine for now. So I think actually this one will be pretty easy to close because it's already fixed. It's fixed with the... let me just... I think I will write it just for my own sake here. Fixed due to the Enviro fix. I fixed via the Enviro fix. That was badly written. Anyway, so that has actually been fixed. So I could actually I think actually I will push this to the experimental now, so you guys can try it out and we can confirm that this transparency issue is gone. And also fixed the... I forgot that. I also fixed the ambient sound. And changed the background color here. Okay, yeah. So actually it did change a lot. Well, it's 4 things, but it's you can see, you know, this is where I upgraded to 9.3, and then I changed the background color on the console, so it's not blurred, because that's a problem in moving to URP and all that. So I changed that to just be a transparent black, like we have in the menu and stuff like that, or in the inventory. Then I fixed the ambient sound that was missing after I upgraded the EnviroSky last time. And then I fixed the despawn throwing UI problem that we had before, that Kel'Thuzar reported. So yeah, just a second. Sorry, wifey. She knocks, wait half a second and just bursts into the door. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so yeah, fixed that despawn of that UI thingy, and then we just fixed that material thing, which I didn't actually fix, but it was actually fixed to the other one. So I think I will end the stream now, and yeah, then yeah, then build this and put it on the experimental. Yeah, I think that's it. 2 hours and 46 minutes of live streaming. Woo! And we had Blender tutorial and all that good stuff in the beginning. But now I have Blender installed again, so that's good. Anyway, see you guys. Let me see how many are actually looking. Am I the only one here? Because then I don't want to spend too much time. No, that should be 6 viewers, it says. Don't know why it's doing like that. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and for the ones of you who have bought the game, thank you for that. And see you in the next live stream or video or Discord or whatever. Yep, see you. Bye.